right, everyone, welcome in. It's the Rundown, March 12th. Can't believe we're already close to spring here in Chicago. That's exciting. Yep. Speaking of which, we have some really exciting NASCAR events happening. I'm sure Spider will tell you all about it, but until then, let me let you in on what's happening. NASCAR at COTA race this weekend, March 22nd through 24th, featuring the Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix Cup Series race. First road course race of the 2024 NASCAR season on Austin's 20-turn, 3.41-mile Circuit of the Americas track. The pre-race concert features a party on the front stage with Riley Green. Fans can purchase a track pass to be on the racing surface and right in front of the stage for the concert and driver intros. That's really fun. Make sure you check that out. Get two tickets in turn 12 for only $99 in the Daniel Suarez section and receive a free 20-ounce Coca-Cola at the race. College students come party at the NASCAR with a special ticket deal, only $25, and parking is free. Parking's free. This is going to be a really fun event. There's going to be singers. There's going to be NASCAR guys to meet. I don't know about you guys, but 20 turns.
I mean, that sounds great to me.
You had me at Austin, Texas, because that'll be a hell of a good time there.
It's going to be a great time. But man, we got to talk about what's been happening in life and you know, in our sports world. So let's go ahead and talk NFL offseason. I know we've all missed the NFL. We've missed the pigskin. But maybe some of us are missing it a little more than others, especially with our teams being absolutely gutted. Nikki Smokes, how are we feeling right now for the offseason?
The Miami Dolphins are dead to me. I hate this team. I hate this team. Like you said, we miss the NFL. I don't miss the NFL. I don't miss the NFL. All it does is bring me pain and suffering every single year. It's the same thing. Let star players go. Bring in new star players. Give us fake hope. Let us believe that this might actually be the year that after 24 years, this is going to be the team that wins you the playoff game, and then they don't, and they break your heart. What? It doesn't matter. It's been 24 years. What's 25? We get rid of Xavier Howard. Great. We get rid of Van Ginkel. Why? Because we don't want to pay him $2 million. We don't want to pay Christian Wilkins, a guy we drafted back in 2019. He's the key piece of our defense. He's been a leader in the locker room for 4 to 5 years. He is, without a doubt, the best player on the defense. And yes, we have Jalen Ramsey, but what he brings to this team in the locker room means so much more than anything he brings onto the field. I don't understand this team. Why do you draft good talent, develop this talent, and then let them walk? This is not a soccer team. You're not signing a 16-year-old kid to develop him, to sell him for $25 million so the club makes money. This is the fucking NFL. You invest draft capital in these players, they turn out to be good, and then you don't fucking re-sign them. It makes no sense. This team is fucking stupid. I hate them. And know what really pisses me off is that Frank the Tank is always fucking right. He's always fucking right. And I hate that I have the same team with him. Because he's right, and my team sucks, and we're fucked. The Dolphins maybe will win 8 to 9 games next year. Won't even make the playoffs.
Well, tough. The Christian Wilkins thing. I mean, I know why he left. 4 years, $110 million. Capitalism at its finest. Went to the Raiders, but that's a dagger loss because in the NFL, when you have like those defensive tackles that can get an interior pass rush like Chris Jones and Aaron Donald, those guys are like irreplaceable.
Gold.
Because they completely tear up an offense by eating up the centers and guards and making the quarterbacks move around. And so that's a gutting loss. And I feel bad for you because you're talking about the Miami cycle. Y'all always start hot. Y'all start so freaking hot.
Every year.
And then y'all get killed by injuries, and then you just collapse in December, and it's just like a nasty.
And he was like our tone setter. So anytime we would play a team like the Bills or any division rival, he's out there grabbing towels off players' back, grabbing Josh Allen's ball sack in the middle of a pile. Like, just doing little things to get in the opposition's heads. We don't have that anymore. I don't know who's going to be the leader of this football team, but someone needs to step up because Christian Wilkins was that guy.
I think it needs to be you, Nikki.
Yeah, I should. They should fucking hire me to do halftime speeches and pregame speeches for the Miami Dolphins. Because if we go out there, we get fucking mollywopped again in the playoffs, I will move to fucking Europe.
Yeah, don't hire anyone that's, has been a great motivational speaker in their time. Just hire Nikki Smokes.
I'll have you running through a fucking wall. I guarantee you that.
I gotta say, I appreciate that fire and passion because when getting to know you, when you start talking about the Dolphins, it's like you go from like here to here. I just feel it in your blood. I like it. We got some other NFL.
Yeah, we got, so, you know, if anybody wants to add in on this, we got Aaron Jones and Sam Darnold signing with the Vikings.
That's interesting. Well, the Green Bay thing is interesting because Jones, I mean, that dude has been a freaking warrior for them for like, what, 7-8 years?
Yeah.
For a
He
long
does it
time.
all. You know, he catches passes, he blocks. It's hard to imagine him leaving Green Bay, but they signed Josh Jacobs and they went younger, and I get all that. Now he goes to a division rival who's one of their hated rivals, so that's wild. You mentioned the Vikings. The thing we got to talk about, Kirk Cousins is 35 years old, coming off a torn
Money man,
Achilles.
Kirk.
I ain't never seen nothing like. He gets 4 years, $180 million. Dude got $45 million a year when he's 35 with a torn Achilles. And I get Atlanta's logic because when you're in the NFL and you ain't got a quarterback,
You're fucked.
you're screwed. And they had freaking Desmond Ritter and Mariota, and they put all this money into, they drafted Bijan Robinson and Drake London and Kyle Pitts, and they got a new coach. But damn, Megan, $45 million a year for 35-year-old with a
Crazy.
torn Achilles?
I will
That is
say-
wild.
He's going to make over $300 million in guaranteed money. And guess how many playoff wins he has?
Do you have any?
One.
Okay.
what I said.
Oh, yeah. he did.
$300 million guaranteed, one playoff
I
win.
think this might just be a secret heady play by the Atlanta Falcons because, I mean, did you guys see all the memes after, you know, he went to Atlanta?
Yeah.
I mean, you had Kirk in the gold teeth. You had Kirk with all the chains going crazy. You had him in front of a Magic City. Like,
The skinny white guy with all the BBLs.
I
Or
love
BBWs.
Yeah, BBLs. We're talking about the BBW. We're talking about BBLs and BBWs, I guess. But we are up for anything with Kirk Cousins in Atlanta, and I am so here for it. I cannot wait until y'all can cut this until he gets his first like DUI, or we catch him in the strip club getting a dance on camera after a loss.
Nah, he's a man of God. He can do that.
Atlanta changes you, Nick.
It does.
Well, I mean,
Would've
like,
changed me.
Like as a Saints fan, because the Saints and Falcons hated Dirty South rivalry. Like, Megan, what do you think? Like, I think he could be good if he's healthy, but like,
He's the
damn.
best. He's the best quarterback in that division by far.
I mean, he's definitely good, but like, at what price? And I know the salary cap's up and like all that, but like,
I
saw
think-
that contract and I was just like, Jesus.
Yeah, I feel like quarterbacks are kind of I don't want to say they're hot commodities, the wrong word. Like you kind of got to filter through what we have right now, and I feel like, you know, Kirk Cousins is the best you have. Maybe we're a little low on talent in the NFL.
And then people hate on Kirk, though. I think Kirk is a lot better than people give him credit for. He's a gamer.
The statistics, though, I mean, you got to look at like his dome statistics, his Monday night, his
The primetime game.
Prime
I'll give you
game.
that, but you
Primetime
also
games
have to
are
look
tough.
at the rest of the NFL. Like, name 10 quarterbacks better than Kirk Cousins.
No, it's
hard.
Well, what's weird about the NFL is like the top tier quarterbacks are worth way more than they make, but it's this middle tier just gets so overpaid.
I'm kind
Well,
of into
that's because you
it.
need that
though.
middle tier to be somewhat relevant.
Yeah.
Like, you have your top 3 quarterbacks, and those teams are set. Everyone else is just competing to see who's going to be the best team in that middle of the pack to maybe get hot in the playoffs and somehow get to the Super Bowl.
Well, and then when you mentioned it on the NFC South, Baker Mayfield re-upping with Tampa. He got a 1-year, $4 million deal last year. Bets on himself.
That kind of sounds like you, Mincy. You got a 1-year, $4 million deal. Come back here to Chicago. Prove yourself.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident it wasn't. The 1 year part, the 1 year part's accurate. I don't know about the $4 million. And so far, I think Baker had a smoother year in Tampa than I've currently just had. But Baker gets over $100 million guaranteed. He got like, I think it was like 30, and 40 million, something like that. So congrats to him. I mean, that's America. He, what a bounce back story. I mean, you're talking about a guy that, Cleveland, Carolina, the Rams, Tampa, and all of a sudden he's back from the dead.
Big locker room guy, good guy to have on the sidelines, good guy to be leading a team. I'm a Baker fan.
You're a Baker girl.
I'm a Baker girl.
Other couple quarterbacks I want to get to like as quickly as I can. So what's going to happen with Justin Fields? Because everybody thought he was going to Atlanta. Everybody. He's from Atlanta.
Yeah.
It made sense.
I thought Pittsburgh would have been a good spot, too.
Russell Wilson to Pittsburgh is so
Yeah.
The Russ Wilson Pittsburgh.
That ain't going to work.
Well, the one thing on that, I was immediately a hater. But like they only paid him $1.2 million. I mean,
That's
like,
really
that's
that's
nothing.
that's
it's
kind
nothing.
of. I feel like you got to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, man, I mean, at one point, what was his highest paying year? Do you guys know what?
I mean, he got
contract.
260 million from Denver,
Yeah.
and supposedly this year, I think Denver's paying like 38 million of his salary. They had to eat 80 million to get rid of him. I mean,
Mr. Unlimited.
Yeah.
Gotta get rid of that.
Sean
guy.
P and Peyton and him were never gonna. That was never gonna work out. But
I love that you have him on a nickname basis.
Sean P. Yeah, hell yeah.
Sean P.
Coach for 16 years.
Pushing P.
But I like, look, don't get me wrong. Russ is born to play 13-10 ugly, crappy games in Pittsburgh. But for 1.2 million, I mean, they're not really giving him anything. So I don't hate that logic. And then I think I just heard Jameis is going to Cleveland.
I didn't see.
Yeah, he is. Jameis is going to Cleveland. He's going to be Deshaun's backup. But, I mean, the way Deshaun played this past year with all his injuries, Jameis might end up being a starter in fucking Cleveland.
Flacco?
We just need some good vibes and some good influence from Jameis. We just need some love. Jameis needs to
Let him eat a couple W's every now and then.
I'm sad to see him leave New Orleans. Just the content and character factor alone. You know, everybody loved him in NOLA.
We love him here. Shout out Jameis.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
We do love
to
Jameis.
visit us in Chicago. Great guy.
But Minty, you know
super
you
nice.
brought up Justin Fields and then just didn't
Just
say
stopped.
anything.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
What is happening with Justin
Okay.
Fields?
What about
Minty?
Justin Fields?
Well, Caleb Williams.
Goddamn Russell Wilson over there in Pittsburgh.
Caleb Williams is going to be the one
He
pick.
doesn't say GD.
People, you're right. Yeah, God's got nothing to do with it. But Caleb Williams is going to be the one pick, obviously. So I'm hearing Fields could be a backup now. You know, what's going to happen here? The Patriots need a quarterback. They signed Jacoby Brissett, so time is a flat circle there.
Patriots are going to go quarterback in the draft. They'll go Drake May.
Or they'll go whoever doesn't go out of May or Daniels.
Yes, I think so.
Well, I'm just, this Fields thing, and then the Vikings signed Sam Darnold. The Vikings thing is
The Dolphins should go after Fields because here's the thing with Fields. You get Fields, you only have him for a year. If he beats out Tua, okay, then you could pay Justin. If not, fuck it. You only have him for a year, kick him to the curb.
All right, boys. We've talked a lot about the pigskin, so let's move over to what month is it, guys?
This is March.
It's March.
This is
March
March.
Madness.
It's March.
The 1 month a year
We
college
got
basketball.
major conference tourneys starting today. Right now, I'm sweating out an under. I got Fordham and Davidson under 133.5 and also hit it at 135. So I'm looking for to catch eyes with Spider at some point so he can give me like a head nod or a head shake. But yeah, we got all the tournaments coming up. What tournaments are you most excited about, Mincy? Because I know you have some trips and some tricks up your sleeves.
Yeah, so, okay, first of all, shout out DraftKings, DK partner. I took a bunch of odds to win conference tournament bets earlier today, took some long shots and flyers. The one I'm the most excited about, shockingly, being the Southern gentleman I don't know if I'll be a gentleman, but the Southern man that I am. I'm going to Nashville. I've never been to the SEC tourney before. And hey, we got the Barstool Bar right off Broadway. Gonna throw down there. I'm going down there Thursday morning to Monday morning, hitting games. And I took a couple small futures. I took the Florida Gators. They're hot going in at 20-1. And I took Texas A&M at 100-1, which is crazy, but they almost won it the last couple of years. So I just think they play well in it. But I'm excited because I haven't been to Nashville in like a year and a half. I hadn't been to the new Barstool Bar. I wanted to just run around, raise some hell, see some basketball. You know, I had a lot more high hopes about Ole Miss 2 months ago than I do now. But you know what? It's still going to be a great time.
Yeah, I think LSU's down there at like 30-1. It's we gotta get our teams back on track, Mincy. We
got football season.
We could play some good tournament, but I'm not ready for that either.
Well, you got the women. At least you got LSU. You got the women.
Yeah, I do. I got Kim Mulkey, and I got all the girls on the court doing their thing.
All the overhyped birds.
All the overhyped birds.
Hey, you're going for back-to-back national titles, and Ole Miss is like top 20. So I guess the women part's good.
Yeah. As Dave said the other day in his blog, if you're down in Kim Mulkey, you're sexist. That's not what I said. That's what Dave says, not me.
That had to be a subtweet at Brandon Walker.
I will say the Dave thing with LSU is pretty funny because of last year when he.
I don't remember anything.
Yeah, you don't have any idea.
I remember we won a national championship. I remember, Kim Mulkey being praised. I remember a whole lot of this and this, and it worked out.
All you remember
is
the title.
That's all I need.
I mean, that's all that really matters anyway, right?
That's all that really matters. And also, speaking of winners, not just myself from last year, shout out to Ebo and PFT.
Yeah.
You got James Madison going dancing. That's absolutely crazy. I took them last night, -5.5. Little pat
Easy
on the
win.
back there.
They whooped the ass last night.
The Sun Belt. I mean, what can you do? I love the Sun Belt.
I mean, James Madison's only 31-3. something like that?
31-3 record. Yep, that's exactly right. Anything you're excited about for that? I know you're more of a NFL guy. You're not, but you need to mix. You got to mix in a little bit when it comes to March.
Sure. The only college basketball player I could name is Ronnie James. But I'm excited to see the Gators get hot. If the Gators get hot,
they are hot.
Yeah.
No, they really picked. The Gators have picked it up. They were struggling early SEC, but they're like the hottest team. That's why I took them 20.
All right, fuck it. I'll watch it. Go Gators.
Yeah, I tend to stay away from games with the Gators because I always seem to be on the wrong side whenever I decide to play them. All right, let's move on to Princess Kate Middleton. Have you guys seen any of this yet?
I think I heard a little bit of it. Hasn't she been like missing or something?
All right, so she had an abdominal surgery on January 16th, I believe. And then the last day she was seen was Christmas Day. That was from her publicist.
Okay.
So she did a cover for Vogue, and a lot of people realized that it was the exact same picture, and she just was photoshopped essentially onto the cover of Vogue.
Interesting.
And so people think that she's either missing or she's sick or something, or there's a botched surgery. People are speculating just about everything. I mean, Mincy, we're a little bit older, so I know you remember the Princess Diana, all that drama. Seems like, as you said earlier, time's a flat circle. We're right back with the princess drama with Kate Middleton. Let me make sure, just so you guys, get the full story. Multiple photo agencies have pulled a new image of Kate Middleton and her children from the UK Mother's Day that appeared to be manipulated. Photos come out after there have already been conspiracy theories regarding her whereabouts. She hasn't been seen, as I said, since the 16th. Her surgery was the 16th, and then last seen on Christmas Day. Since the picture, Kate has released a statement on Twitter saying, like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing. I want to express my apologies for any confusion the family photograph we shared yesterday caused. Now that she's missing, even more rumors are coming up. What do you guys think about this? I mean, it's obviously over the pond. We don't know what's happening in that castle. Mincy? Let's start with you. Where do you think Kate Middleton is? And are you gonna?
I think she's on some island, just hanging out.
What kind of island?
I mean, I think some resort or something.
With kids?
So the Princess of Wales is just at a resort?
I mean, I think she's off the beaten path because clearly it's very, whenever you're that big of a figure and you disappear from social media in the world, something's up. So I think she's just hiding out
with Tupac and with Michael Jackson and everyone else is supposedly.
I think she's still alive, knock on wood.
Why would she be in Vogue?
Well, I saw the picture of Vogue that was on TikTok. It didn't say it on here, so that could be wrong by me. But I do remember seeing
sure
that
Vogue,
picture.
But why?
I think that's another layer to the conspiracy theory. She's been very famous and I think she has 3 kids now, 2 kids or 3 kids. She had plenty of time to be on the cover of Vogue. They're throwing it on there it feels like a little
industry plant.
Yeah, or something to throw off the scent that she's just
gone. Yeah, she's been missing since December. Let's just put her on the cover of Vogue. I'm sure that'll clear everything up.
Right.
That won't start any speculation or rumors
that's
whatsoever.
a good move.
And then all of the photoshopping overlaps are just completely the exact same on all the pictures. And I get, you can look the same in some pictures, but it's really hard to actually create the same face in pictures as a woman. I don't know about you guys, how many times you
Mincy
tried.
can't recreate any photos.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just glad.
All right, ready?
I'm just glad I'm alive, boys.
Pretend I'm taking a picture. Ready? Smile. Do it again. Show the camera. Now do it again. Okay, just want to make sure.
I don't think it crossed my eyes that time.
All right, so we all are in agreant that
I love you, man.
That Kate Middleton
Y'all the best. Y'all are my best friends.
Is somewhere on an island, somewhere. Speaking of someone that's also been on the cover of Vogue, maybe a little less clothes, Kim K and OBJ, little soft launch.
Are they banging?
There were rumors for months, but now they're saying things are happening.
Little PDA was seen at the Oscars after party.
Really?
That is
OBJ hitting that?
That is a wild.
That's my dog.
If we're gonna be honest, she was married to Kanye, had 3 children with Kanye. We all know how
Northwest.
Yeah, we all know how narcissistic Kanye can be.
Sure.
Do we not think that Kim doesn't like a good narcissistic man? Respectfully to my guy OBJ.
I mean, she definitely does, but this whole Hollywood celebrity bullshit is what they just share each other. Like all these guys break up with their girls, like, yo, here, you can go hit her, I'll hit yours. Like they just swap women. It's crazy. Like OBJ, Kim K, why? She's got 3 kids with another guy. You are a professional athlete. I don't think he has any kids. Like, don't you want your own family? Like, why the fuck would you want to inherit out of anyone's kids fucking Kanye's?
Maybe he wants to play stepdaddy. You never know.
He wants to be the dad that stepped up.
Or not. Or he just wants to take
Maybe he
Kim
just
out.
wants a piece of that ass. Yeah, I don't blame him.
I mean, they are visually a very good couple. You put them together, their style's gonna be good, like the way they pose.
I just feel bad for the kids, man. Like, they don't know who the fuck they're gonna call dad.
I feel like the 2 personalities, the Odell and Kim K, is like a Molotov cocktail waiting to explode. I mean, like, because Odell, like, unbelievable football player.
A bad rap,
no, I'm not saying he's a bad guy, but he's a fiery guy.
But yeah, he likes the attention to be on him, much like Kim K enjoys. So we should be seeing a lot of good outfits in the future. If this is real, as apparently it is a soft launch, we'll wait for the hard launch, which obviously is going to be a very cool the way they're going to do it. It's going to be cool. I mean,
sure,
people are already tailgating, waiting on it.
I can't wait to see that video come out.
I'm not normally into all the gossip couple stuff, but the Odell Kim K one, I'm going to follow that. So they got my attention.
If they put out a video, would you watch it?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
That was a very quick yes with no hesitation.
Yeah, I'd watch Odell Kim K.
All right.
I mean, not if it's like, anyway. Depends on what kind of video, Megan.
Well, that's the one I was talking about.
Oh, you mean, no. Once again, I didn't read the room. I know that's hard to believe. Who can imagine?
All right. Now let's bring up our last topic before we get to the after show. Our good friend and coworker, Sydney Wells, came in here yesterday fired up. Her girl, I believe her name is Hannah Barron.
Yep.
Was going viral yesterday for being too much of a tomboy and too manly, and she's the problem. Yeah, she's the problem with women in the United States. Let me start with Nikki Smokes, because I know you have a lot of hot takes. At what point is your woman too manly?
Well, she has a dick.
That's great. That's a great answer, Nikki Smokes. No, that's a great answer.
I agree. That's a real. That was.
Do you care if a girl can build things?
Bro, if my girl can build some shit,
catch 35-pound catfish with her hands.
I love that. Like a girl that's down for whatever, yeah, I'm down.
As long as she doesn't know more sports than you.
Correct.
But she could build a house.
Yes.
Know how to do electrical, plumbing.
Correct.
All of that.
Like, again, that's just, she could be better than me at anything she wants in the world. I have no problem with it. Just not sports. Like, I don't want to debate the Dolphins with my fucking wife. I just want her to say yes and cuddle me when I'm crying because we lost another fucking playoff game.
That's factual. That's what happens.
That seems like a realistic one.
Everything else she could be better than me at. I have no problem with it.
Mincy, at what point is your woman, I mean, you can't take Nikki's answer, so at what point is your woman too manly?
Well, what I want to say is I dig women that are individuals and not needy.
Yes.
And so I like that like people that are their own people. And if she, badass can catch, I can't catch a 35-pound cat. I can't catch a catfish with a freaking rod, much less out there with her bare hands. And I like people that are their own people in the world.
Yep.
That aren't like super needy. And so I'm into it. And I respect her. She's out there building her own brand. She's got, people are making fun of her Southern accent. What's wrong with a good Southern accent?
I love a little Southern accent on, girl.
Yeah,
That's
what's wrong
awful
with
Southern accent, Nikki, for you living in Florida.
Let me hear what you got, Megan. Come on, let me hear it.
I'll just talk like I live in the South. You know?
There you go. That did sound.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, we're gonna. Supposedly, this girl, Samaria, I don't know this name, said that we need to liberate America from tomboy occupation. So she wants to get rid of my job. She wants to get rid of Sydney's job. She wants to get rid of all of the hardworking jobs of the girls that are out there. I guess doing any type of manual labor or knowing about anything that a man would know about.
Why can't women just let other women do what they want.
I know why. I can't believe this is even a story. Like, she should get respect.
Especially in today's age.
Hannah's out there making her way in the world, doing her own thing. I mean, God bless her. You know, I can't believe this is even like. I mean, this is just wild.
They don't want anyone to be men anymore. They don't want men to be men. They don't want women to be men. This is like this. No more.
But what is interesting about this though, and that this is something Barstool's learned the best. Like, when this becomes a story, this is the best thing that can happen for Hannah's career because it's blown up, and now she's going to get a big following.
She didn't even have a Twitter.
Getting unnecessary hate.
She didn't even have a Twitter as of yesterday. She's up to like 200,000 followers.
She's got more followers than I do.
Yeah, I mean, she blew up, and I guess my take on it all, being someone that is somewhat of a tomboy, but also obviously a woman because I have children biologically, that are mine.
Thanks.
They're lovely. They're lovely.
Got to clarify that. Got to make sure that everyone knows. I just truly think that it's really hard to judge anyone on their. It's hard enough getting up to go out to work every day, no matter what you do. So judging anyone, especially someone that seems extremely happy with what they're doing, you have to be a really sad and like just down on yourself individual. And so I'm going to assume this Samaria, whatever. Again, I'm not going to give her respect by pronouncing her name right, because obviously she's going to go on the stand that she thinks that we need to be liberated. I am liberated. I'm sitting here at Barstool Sports. I'm doing my job. I enjoy it. Just like Hannah is building her house with her dog, and she's minding her own business and putting it on TikTok and enjoying herself. If you don't like it, simply scroll past. But also, thanks for blowing it up for Hannah, because obviously it's great for her career.
I got nothing but respect for you and Hannah. Y'all are out here making your own, you're carving your own unique niche in the world. And that's, I think my thing on life is like, I'm terrified of being like an accountant working from 8 to 5.
Amen, preach.
Like, we only get one shot at it. Get out there, make your way, mark in the world, do your own thing, and the haters can go screw themselves.
All right, let's get to this after show. I have to bring this up. I know they talked about it a bit on the Yak, but God damn it, Mincy. How do you go to the wrong wedding?
Okay. Well.
I got to hear this shit.
Hold on. And how did you get to the point where you were eating prime rib before you knew it was the wrong wedding?
Okay. So, all right. I thought, New Orleans has a few country clubs.
First mistake.
The first mistake I made was I don't know why I thought, so there's 2 country clubs in play here in New Orleans. I went to this childhood friend's wedding Saturday night. I thought the reception was at the Metairie Country Club. Now, why did I think that? I saw the wedding invitation once and just like glanced over it. And I took Hank to the Metairie Country Club a couple months ago when he was in New Orleans for New Year's and like played golf and ate. And for some reason, my brain was like triggered on the Metairie Country Club. A bunch of Saints members there. I don't know. So, and I'll be honest, full disclosure, skipped the wedding. So if I'd have gone to the wedding, maybe I would have gone to the right thing. But so I was like, I'm just going to the reception.
Full disclosure, I'm saying this to everyone online so that my friend that doesn't know that I didn't make it to the actual wedding, but knows I made it to the reception, now knows I wasn't at the wedding.
So you don't go to receptions? You just go.
No, he goes.
Food
He doesn't.
No, I go to the reception.
He doesn't go to the wedding.
Got it.
He doesn't go to the church part, where they're saying the vows.
I mean, if I'm in it, I'll go.
Wait, that's what I just said.
No,
you said the
reception's different.
What's the reception?
It's the party afterwards.
Okay.
That's where you get the free food.
So I got it mixed
drinks.
up. I've only been to one wedding.
Oh.
Well, he's young.
He's young. Okay. Well, anyway, so, I was going to go to the wedding, but I flew in at like 5 a.m. I was tired, whatever. It was in the French Quarter, whatever. So, anyway, I go to the Metairie Country Club, and I walk up, and I asked someone, where's the wedding reception? And I guess it's March, so it's wedding season. So they point me to this room, like where the music is, and there's a wedding reception.
And you just bop over there.
So I bop over there, and here's the thing. I only knew my buddy, the groom, the bride, the groom's sister, and the groom's dad were going to be the only people I knew at this wedding. So when I walked into the reception, I don't know anyone. I thought I was only going to know 4 people anyway. So that's why I didn't have alarm bells going off.
How many people were at the wedding?
It's New Orleans. It's probably
100. It was huge, over 100.
Okay, so
way over 100.
Can I ask you a question? With it being a huge wedding, Mincy, and me having a wedding of my own and being to quite a few, there had to have been multiple signs with people's last names on it.
So I walked in. I took a look around at the food and the drinks. I went and got me.
And it was, it's nice and in the calligraphy. I know that.
Well, yeah. So I walk around. I get me like a big piece of prime rib. I get me a club soda. I'm chilling. I got my suit on. I'm looking good. And I'm looking around and I don't know anyone, but I was like, well, I only thought I was going to know 4 people at my buddy's wedding anyway, so I don't think anything of it. So I walk out. I finally, after like 15 minutes, I walk outside to sign the guest book, like you talked about the calligraphy, and it says, congrats, Joel and Karen. And I was like, who the hell are Joel and Karen? That's when I noticed
That's the most Mississippi name I ever heard in my life. Joel and Karen.
Joel and Karen?
Yeah,
Joel and Karen.
That's very normal.
Hey, Joel.
Well, so I walk, at that point, I realized it, so it took like 20 minutes. And that was
You got the prime rib down?
I'd already eat the prime rib.
Okay, so you had the plate, then you went to go sign.
Yeah, it was when I went to go sign it, and I should have signed it. I screwed up not signing it. Why did I sign it?
Barstool Mincy?
Yeah, just like, thanks for inviting me to your wedding, Joel and Karen. So I finally realized it, and then when I realized it, I did that video outside. And it's like funny, because I normally don't get, like, we've got Barstool, we've got crazy fans and stuff, but like I normally don't get into the Reddit thing, and I don't read it, but I have friends that do. And like, everybody on Reddit thought, like, he has to be faking this. Like, this can't be real. Yeah. How can I make that up? I ain't planning to go to some wrong wedding. I just don't have any awareness.
Anytime someone asks me about you, they're like, is he for real? I'm like, yeah, he's for real. Like, this is not like a joke. This is just who Mincy is.
Well, I think the thing about it is, like, I can't make up, like, I'm not smart enough to plan stuff like that.
Correct.
You know, I don't know. I disagree with that. You made it to the final table.
No, I'm good. No, I'm good at poker. I'm talking about
on the same day of the combine.
But no, like, look, I'm really smart with like numbers and like that kind of stuff. I just have no awareness at all, and whatever. But I actually did make the right wedding, and then it was like a thing where my buddy like.
Did you sign the guest book there?
I did, and my buddy was a huge story, and he was like gave me a huge hug and was like crying that I was there basically.
Did you get another prime rib there?
Oh yeah, dude, I had prime rib, crab
for
cakes,
one.
Dude, crab cakes, crawfish etouffee. They had a freaking spur red oysters. They had a spur red.
What's a spur red?
Yeah, that rock and dance floor. I mean, dude, it was quite a reception, and then I might have stayed out later on Saturday night in New Orleans than I have in a long time. I was like out till.
All right, one more topic that I want to get to. But speaking of Mincy traveling, Mincy, do you have any plans to travel anytime soon? Because we have this mini golf tournament coming up.
I will not be so Dave, I got trolled by Dave Portnoy on Monday. And usually I'll say this, like I've taken a hell of a lot of heat in my 3.5 years here. But I'm really still
deserved.
Oh, all of it.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
No, I mean like lightning rod. No, every bit of it that I take is earned and justified. There's no woe is me victim here. I asked for all of it. So Dave on Monday tweets a picture of this Jimmy Buffett tribute in LA and be like, if I were Barstool Mincy, I would be going to this, but since I have a company event, I'll be going to that. And I was like, man, I really pissed him off this time because usually when I piss Dave off, it's like a couple days thing and then he moves on to the next thing. If he's bringing it up 2 weeks later, I really got to him on this one.
So Dave's definitely going to be here for mini golf. Yeah, I'll be here for mini golf.
I'll be here. I already accepted my invitation. It's April 11th.
Y'all got an invite?
I don't know if we're supposed to be telling the date yet. That's another thing that you did wrong.
Well, at least this is not live. So
I'm checking my email. If I don't have an invite, it's
not live. So if I did say a wrong date, it won't be in here.
But speaking of, the mini golf, Minty, you are going somewhere though, right?
No, that's midweek. That one is whenever that is.
You're going to the SEC tournament?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So this week I'm flying to the SEC tournament Thursday morning. Can't wait. I was a lot more excited about it till Ole Miss just fell off a cliff. But you know what? I've never been to the SEC tourney. I've done all kinds of events. Love Nashville, tournaments at Bridgestone right off Broadway. I'm pumped about hanging out at the Barstool Bar. King of the South Happy Hour, Barstool Bar Thursday afternoon, maybe. Who could say? Could be a big time. Who says no?
We'll be all here streaming the games.
You just went to Nashville. How was the Barstool Bar?
Great.
He just went for Storm Chasers.
Yeah, great bar, great time. Broadway's amazing. I love that place.
Yeah, all the bars are great. Make sure you're tuning in to that mini golf tournament. We're going to have all of the personalities here. I'm sure there will be lots of sparks, lots of arguments to be had, especially if Kirk flies in for this thing. He's going to have a thing or two to say. But that's today's rundown, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And shout out to NASCAR and the Coda Race. Make sure you go check them out. And thanks for watching.
Yeah, can't wait to make some best conference tournament week. DK partner, DraftKings.
Yo.